What's up guys, Mike here, and I am bringing you my overall thoughts and opinions on Nintendo's E3 presentation this year, or as they like to have called it, the Nintendo Spotlight. Before I get any further into this video though, I do want to send a huge thank you and shout out again to my buddies over at Blockhead Gaming. Our buddy Elea was on the show floor, and he showed every booth pretty much that was on the actual show floor. So kudos to him for actually doing a really awesome job with all the coverage and everything. And also a huge thank you to Abe as well for letting me actually collab with him and actually live stream the reaction to the entire thing. In terms of how Nintendo did this year, I'm kind of mixed about it. I'm going to be personally honest with my personal gaming preferences and what titles I'm into. There really wasn't too much that I was interested in, honestly. At least for 2017. Overall, between every single conference though, Nintendo definitely won E3 though for me. In fact, Nintendo did so good they actually took over some of the other conferences. Minecraft was announced for crossplay compatibility with Microsoft and the Xbox X or the Xbox One X and the Xbox S, the Xbox One S, as well as the Switch and PC, which is pretty crazy. Another game also got announced that I'll get to later on in this, but and then for Ubisoft, we actually have a game that was shown off first that featured Mario. And I'm also going to get to that as well, but you guys already know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to go through the presentation in order and just give my overall thoughts. So, in terms of what Nintendo ended up announcing first, though, they announced that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is going to still be a thing this year, and that is coming out holiday. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I really am not a fan of the Xenoblade series, and I don't hate the series, I just never got into it. Also, if you do hear my air conditioner in the background, it is absolutely hot out here in New York. So yeah, I'm not going to sweat through this video. So if you guys happen to hear a little bit of humming in the background, I do apologize. But in terms of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it looks pretty good. I don't think I'll be picking it up, but honestly, for Xenoblade fans, it looks like you guys got a good game coming to you. It looks like the art style has definitely changed up a little bit. I believe one of the main protagonists, one of the main heroes, is actually a sword. The chick in the pink outfit looks like she's a sword, and it looks like there's a whole bunch of other people that could also be used as swords as well. Really interesting though that I went through the anime art style, and honestly, it looks pretty good. I know I'm probably going to watch a few people play that though, but I don't think I'm going to be picking it up myself. One game I am definitely going to be picking up though is the game that was announced right after. I am absolutely hyped that we're getting a Kirby game on the Switch. It's just called Kirby right now. There's no real title for it. But Kirby is apparently slated for 2018. I would have liked it if Meta Knight, King Dedede, and Bandana Dedede were the ones helping out Kirby again. But it is a 4-player co-op game, so I am happy about that. But it looks like Kirby can just throw his hearts at any enemy and it can become your best friend pretty much. It's like the helper to hero people from Kirby Superstar. Basically, you could play as Sir Kibble Knight and all the other power-ups as well. All the enemies that have those power-ups. It looked really awesome. I honestly cannot wait for that. I'm hoping that me and Blockhead Gaming will be able to somehow pull a nice collab off for that as well next year. It looks like they brought back the animals from Kirby's Dream Land back, if I remember correctly. The little cat was pushing Kirby along, and it also looked like you could actually combine power-ups like Kirby 64. I know at one point in the trailer they had the fire and the sword power-ups being a thing, as well as the water and the bomb powers, which I thought was pretty awesome. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I genuinely do want to stream the Kirby game in some shape or form here on the channel, along with my buddies over at Blockhead. I'm going to shut that off for now. I'm cool enough. But after that, Pokemon made some pretty major announcements. I don't remember what day, but I know Pokemon Tournament Deluxe was a thing. I know that they had the characters from the arcade version, as well as Decidueye. They had Decidueye, Darkrai, Krogunk, Empoleon, and Scizor. I believe those are the 5 Pokemon that were a thing. But the major announcement, which I'm really happy about considering how much they ended up derping on the Pokemon Direct, there is a core RPG Pokemon game coming to the Switch. So for those of you like myself that really do want a core Pokemon game on the Switch, no fears. That is going to be a thing. I genuinely hope it's like the original games and not like Pokemon Coliseum. But we're going to have to wait on that. It might be a couple of years, but they did announce that it is in development, which I'm happy about. And then after that was pretty much the major announcement that blew everybody's mind at this Direct. And pretty much it kind of blew my mind a little bit too, because I'm glad, because it kind of shows that Nintendo's paying attention to what the fans are asking for. Metroid Prime 4 is in development for the Switch, as well as a remake of Metroid Prime, not Metroid Prime, Metroid 2 from the, I believe the NES or Super Nintendo, is also being made for the 3DS, which is pretty crazy. Funny enough, I know that the E3 conference was mostly concentrating on the Switch, which I'm happy about, because I really wanted a lot of Switch titles, and I'm happy that Nintendo delivered on that. But yeah, pretty much the first major announcement after the presentation was like, oh, hey guys, you got Metroid coming on the 3DS as well. You got 2 Metroid titles coming at you. So honestly, you guys better go buy that those Metroid games if you guys really want Metroid to be around for a while. Because yeah, if you guys ask for Metroid and it doesn't do well in sales, yeah, you guys can't blame what happened. So I do hope that all the Metroid fans do pick up the game. Me, personally, myself, I am not really a Metroid fan. I know that's really hard to believe, but I am honestly not really much of a fan of Metroid. I never got into the series. I honestly never really played too many NES games, so I never, like, officially got into the Metroid series. But I do know for a fact that Metroid is an interesting series. Maybe I'll pick up Metroid Prime 4, but I know a lot of people lost their shit when that happened, but I am honestly very happy for the Metroid fans, and I'm glad you guys are getting titles in that game. What I'm waiting for, though, is F-Zero, though. So, Nintendo, if you're watching this, F-Zero. 30 players, F-Zero online. Make that happen. Track customization. Kart customization. Do it. Make it a thing. And I kind of feel bad, too, because the next game I'm actually super hyped for. This game kind of got shitted on thanks to the whole Metroid series reboot. But we are getting another Yoshi game in 2018. I'm actually pretty hype about it. With the new Yoshi game, if you ground pound the level, there's like 2 sides to every level. It said there was like 2 sides to every story. So pretty much if you ground pound the level, you could go to the flip side of the level, which is pretty interesting. So I'm kind of curious to see how those mechanics play out. And it also looks like you can fire the eggs pretty much anywhere. Like you can fire them towards the background or the foreground. Really good stuff. But again, that's not coming until 2018. I'm kind of disappointed about that. But yeah, it kind of got shit on by the whole Metroid announcement. Everyone was like, fuck Yoshi, Metroid. But still, I'm very hyped for Yoshi regardless. You know I love my Yoshi and you know I love my Kirby. Those 2 titles I'm definitely going to be picking up. And also, in terms of the Metroid announcements, they did also announce a Squishy Metroid amiibo as well as a regular Samus amiibo. After the Yoshi game, though, we got a little bit of footage of Fire Emblem Warriors. I forgot the exact release date, but it looked pretty cool. Sad thing is that Roy was nowhere to be seen. I think they showed off Marth and a few other characters. Again, not big on the Fire Emblem series, but really cool that it's a thing. And then after that, they did talk about Breath of the Wild DLC. They actually announced both. They actually talked about both packs a little bit. So for pack 1, they showed off everything basically featuring the Trial of the Sword. They showed off the Korok mask, the Tingle mask, all the new armor, and whatever else was basically supposed to be in pack 1. I genuinely actually forgot what was part of pack 1. But for pack 2, it looks like you're actually going to be able to play as Princess Zelda, as well as the 4 champions that you had to help, the people that you recover their divine beasts. So it looks like the 4 champions will be playable in pack 2, or we're pretty much going to get to go back to the past and see how they played out with Link and how they interacted together, which will be interesting. I believe that they said pack 2 is coming out, like, sometime in this holiday, I believe. And then pretty much Ubisoft came into the conference. Reggie talked a little bit, and then they pretty much announced Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Again, if you watched the Ubisoft press conference, pretty much that was the first thing that was shown off at Ubisoft. If you didn't see my reaction to that, definitely go check it out, because I pretty much showed off the entire segment of that in my reaction. But Miyamoto just comes out of nowhere with a fucking bullet bill gun, and shit gets pretty real. There's a Donkey Kong Rabbit, it's crazy. But Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle looks like a turn-based RPG. I'm definitely going to actually pick that up and stream that as well. That is coming out August 29th. Genuinely am curious to see how it turns out, but supposedly it reminds a lot of people of XCOM. Never played it, but looks like an interesting turn-based RPG regardless. I know my boy Yoshi's in it. It's Mario, so I'm pretty much going to pick it up regardless. And then we got something that came completely out of left field, and that is Rocket League. I know a lot of people genuinely ask for Rocket League, including myself. Even though I do have Rocket League on PC, I might just have to double dip into the Switch version. Again, if you guys do want me to stream Rocket League, that is another option. I don't really know if people really do want me to stream Rocket League. If you could let me know that down in the comment section, that would also be great. Because I got into Rocket League for a little bit, but then I kind of fell off of it. Because I was having a little bit of a hard time getting used to the cart controls and everything. But, yeah, Rocket League is something I would definitely consider picking up on the Switch again and unlocking all the Mario and other customizations. There's like exclusive battle cars, exclusive customization. I'm hoping one of them is the Starman. That would be pretty great. Like every time you activate the boost, it just goes. That would be epic as hell. I already know that the Mario hat is really awesome as well, so I know I'm going to definitely have to get that for that. But yeah, it's also crossplay compatible. So Xbox, the Xbox Ox, the Xbox OS, the PC. All that's going to be, you're going to be able to play with all those people on the Switch. Sony is a little salty though. Sony does not want that to be a thing because Sony is stubborn. It would be really awesome to see Sony get in on this, but you know what? Who cares? For me personally, who cares? Because I got my Switch, I got my PC. Either way, I'm still playing Rocket League with you guys. Whether it's on the Switch or the PC is a thing to be seen. But I think I'm going to probably spend the rest of this video talking about the final game, and we already all know what that's about. That is Super Mario Odyssey. I'm going to be very, very brutally honest with you guys. I was not looking forward to Mario Odyssey after seeing the E3 trailer. It completely turned me off. Like, if you guys remember the first Odyssey trailer, it looked great. It reminded me of Super Mario 64. You were able to freely explore and roam the areas and everything, and the platforming looked amazing. All of a sudden, though, with this new trailer at E3 2017, all you see is a giant dinosaur coming, and I'm thinking it's Monster Hunter. Me and Abe are just sitting there thinking it's Monster Hunter. And it's basically a dinosaur with Mario's hat. Completely threw me off. I had no idea what to think about that. Basically, it looks like in Odyssey, Mario could basically become anything. They said Mario could become anything, so he became a Goomba. He became a Hammer Bro. He became everything. He became a freaking tree. And I know one of the segments that they had at the treehouse, he legitimately turned into a tree and he moved around, and Mario jumped into a hole and he got a moon that you can now collect in the game. I'm guessing that the moons are the new Power Stars, and you can collect a lot of them. I was not sure how to feel about this because I was afraid Mario turning into all these random freaking objects. I was genuinely terrified of Mario not being able to do as much platforming and exploration. But I gave it a fair chance. You already know I live in New York City. You know I was there for the launch of ARMS. I didn't get too much footage of the launch of ARMS, by the way, but I did meet Charles Martinet. I did see Charles Martinet again. It was really good seeing him. And I did get to try out Super Mario Odyssey. I played the demo myself. If you guys are worried about that, like I was, you could put those fears to rest, because I tried out the Metro Kingdom, the New Donk City, basically. It was fantastic. I completely enjoyed myself. It sucked that the only way I was able to play was with the two Joy-Cons. Yeah, as you can see, though, like, I had a hard time, but what I basically did was I had the right Joy-Con in my left hand, and I had the left Joy-Con in my right hand, so I was moving Mario with the right stick, and, well, you know, I used the left Joy-Con on my right stick, so my right hand was controlling the movement, and I was able to precisely jump and everything with my left hand. You already know when I pick up that game, I'm going to be going with the Pro Controller on that, because, yeah, I can't handle anything other than the Pro Controller, but, you know, it felt pretty good. I was able to collect 10 moons in my trial period on Metro Kingdom. Really good stuff, though. I am genuinely surprised at how well they integrated Cappy and turning into objects into the platform and everything, but I can assure you that there's a fair balance. That was the one thing I was worried about, and I'm happy to say that there was a very good balance between platforming, exploration, and turning into random objects. So if you were worried about that like I was, you could put those fears to rest. I'm genuinely looking forward to streaming Odyssey on my channel and doing a 100% playthrough on the channel. At least I'm hoping I can do 100%, because yeah, it was pretty crazy. But other than that, I'm pretty alright with how E3 turned out for Nintendo. Before I end the video, I also forgot to put these little facts out there. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the 4 champions actually are going to be getting their own amiibo, as well as Wedding Mario, Wedding Bowser, and Wedding Peach. Those are also in conjunction with the Metroid amiibo as well. And I also forgot to mention that 2 other games that they announced during the Treehouse was this other game called Sushido. Sushi Roller, Way of the Sushido, or something like that. I didn't really get to check that out, but Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga was also confirmed as a remake for the 3DS, which I think is pretty cool. As well as a new mode for that game called Bowser's Minions, where I think Goombas end up fighting minions of the Bean Kingdom as well. But yeah, those were also pretty good announcements. But yeah, let me wrap up this video. I don't know, this year was kind of meh for E3 in general, though. They didn't really have too many groundbreaking announcements. Like Microsoft freaking putting out a new console and unveiling another car. It's funny, Nintendo took over almost every other conference except for Sony. And Sony didn't even... Sony wasn't really all that great. We got Shadow of the Colossus, we got God of War. I'm genuinely pissed that Crash Insane Trilogy only got the Crash Bandicoot and Coco being playable in the damn game. I was hoping Crash was going to get a little bit more love this year, since it was so close to being released. I was hoping, like, hey guys, surprise, we have a new game for Crash, or hey, Spyro's coming in. That would have been nice to see, but a man can dream, a man can dream. Other than that, though, that was pretty much my thoughts on E3. I thought that E3 was pretty alright this year. I really wish I would have gone to E3, but, yeah, E3 2018, I'm making it my business to go. You heard it here first on the channel. I am actually already starting to figure out ways to get to E3 next year, believe it or not. I am actually genuinely trying to find an Airbnb, and I'm genuinely trying to find people that I want to room with, that I know here personally, that I know would get along with each other. And we're planning to maybe try to figure out getting a giant Airbnb ourselves, like C&D did, and just have a ton of people vlogging. It will be fantastic if I can pull it off. But obviously, you already know that my funds are not as great as they should be. But I'm hoping. You heard it here first, though. MMG at E3 2018. We're going to try to make it a thing. But other than that, I really do hope you guys enjoyed yourselves with E3 this year. I hope you guys got the game announcements that you wanted. Definitely let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below about what you thought about the Odyssey demo if you were at Nintendo New York or you played at E3 yourselves. Let me know what you guys thought of E3 in general this year. I definitely want to hear from you guys. I definitely want to interact with you guys in the comments. Other than that, though, until the next video, my fellow Monster Gamers, you already know what to do. Hit that like button. Definitely follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. All those links are down below in the description. But until the next video, my fellow Monster Gamers, take care.